everybody, this is Atticus the Death Mailer, and good golly god, it is so good to be back making videos on this channel. So for this video is going to be part 5 of the crucifixion of the mainstream media. Never have I thought I would make a part 5 of this, but it's gonna be probably a continuing little series that I've been going down. Those of you who are unaware, living under a Dwayne Johnson, I have made a little series back last year that was dubbed the crucifixion of the mainstream media. I'm not going to go any more detail with all the last 4. I have them all down in the description below if you want to check it out. And on to part 5 of the crucifixion of the mainstream media, we are going to be discussing on one of the greatest, oldest, and most legendary memes of the meme-verse. The man, the myth himself, Alex Jones.
Hitler took the guns, Stalin took the guns, Mao took the guns, Fidel Castro took the guns, Hugo Chavez took the guns, and I'm here to tell you, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms. Doesn't matter how many lemmings you get out there on the street begging for them to have their guns taken. We will not relinquish them. Do you understand? They want to shatter your mind talking about Justin Bieber! It's pure evil! Ah! Ah! We know we're under attack! We know it! We're breaking the conditioning! Ah! More blood on the other side.
Now, it is no stranger that Alex Jones is a man of controversy. He is pretty much like the true definition of a conspiracy theorist. And I understand that, you know, a lot of people are not very keen onto Alex Jones. And Alex Jones even himself stated that, yeah, he's pretty much a damn troll. And also, I can understand on some grievances over to Alex Jones onto what he did with some of the victims' families of Sandy Hook. I can understand that. But, I mean, like, the dude is just a fucking living meme. It's just a goddamn living meme that I just can't help to watch at times just to see some, you know, just some good top-notch quality and shit. But I will indeed say that even though Alex Jones said some very kooky shit, we all know the one thing that he's well known for, you know, chemicals in the water turning the frogs gay.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Well, surprisingly, I actually dug a bit of research and, you know, it's actually real. So, I mean, most of the time, Alex Jones isn't just, you know, not all the time bullshitting. But, I mean, yeah, I can understand some people and with their grievances onto Alex Jones with the Sandy Hook thing, and, you know, a lot of, in the fact that he has a big following and stuff. I can understand that, but to most people like myself and a bunch of other people, we just look at him as just a great meme. Now, I know I'm a little bit late onto the topic at hand here, but this has been going on for quite some time. I know that such YouTubers like Some Black Guy, Chris Raygun, Sargon of Akkad, and Black Pigeon Speaks have talked about what's going on with Alex Jones, but it turns out that Alex Jones was absolutely deplatformed from the big names like Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, YouTube. All those companies completely deplatformed Alex Jones. It's just like they just want to just, you know, take him down. From what I do recall is that the reason why Alex Jones was deplatformed is because, you know, he preaches hate speech. Hate speech? What? Like, we're talking about a living meme right here. We're not talking about people like Matthew Heimbach or Richard Spencer or Millennial Woes. Like, Alex Jones is not that hateful. But what I do think the reason why Alex Jones was, you know, deplatformed off of all of those, you know, those big names is a bigger reason. Because if we all do recall the huge circus of an election 2 years ago, Alex Jones was right onto the Trump train, and he had all of his followers, and he also gained a lot more followers, and he went heavy on the whole Trump train, getting everyone to vote for Donald Trump, and it actually fucking worked. Not to mention at the RNC where he trolled the shit out of the Young Turks, which I've made a video on the whole thing, which I will leave down in the description below. But, I mean, I could see this as, you know, a political move. And it wasn't just done by the government or the globalists, as Alex Jones likes to say. It was just a bunch of Silicon Valley liberals that wanted to just deplatform Alex Jones. This was entirely a political move made by a bunch of people into Silicon Valley. And I find it so funny that a lot of people on the left are actually being so elated and so happy that this move has been made onto deplatforming Alex Jones. But I mean, I just have to say, like, the InfoWars app has been skyrocketing ever since, unlike app stores and whatnot, from what I do recall. So it's just like, I mean, it's the Streisand effect once again, my god. As I was saying, on to people getting happy and elated over Alex Jones being, you know, deplatformed. I mean, you're the same motherfuckers that bitch, moan, and complain onto football players of the NFL getting punished for taking a knee. Now, as someone who is of the right wing, as much as it's annoying for these football players to take a knee and stuff, it's their goddamn right. It's their damn right. If they want to protest onto something that they believe, let them fucking do it and let them just play ball. That's just my thoughts and opinions onto the whole take a knee thing. But I still find this whole deplatforming of Alex Jones to be somewhat dangerous. I mean, yeah, most people would talk about the whole free speech argument, but these are just little slippery slopes to, you know, the point in where we actually implement real laws with what happened to Count Dankula up around in the UK, aka Airstrip 1. And I've made a video on that, which, I mean, it's still considered one of my favorite videos that I have made so far. And I know most people are going to bring up the, oh, they're just a private company argument onto this video, but newsflash, a lot of other, you know, big names, like for instance, the Ron Paul Institute was actually silenced over talking about the whole Alex Jones situation. I could go a little bit step further. H3H3 on the H3 podcast, when they were talking about Alex Jones, they were given a strike for talking about Alex Jones. I wish I was making this shit up. But thankfully, Ethan Klein tweeted about it, and the team YouTube Twitter, you know, actually responded saying, thanks for letting us know. We're looking into what happened and we'll keep you posted. So in some ways, this could bring a glimmer of hope in where YouTube is not full of shit anymore. Like, there are some people that are actually looking into this kind of stuff. So it's really great. And not to mention, Ethan and Gila are not even of the right wing. They're pretty left as it gets, but also they're like really nice and chill people and stuff like that. As much of a kook and a whack Alex Jones is, you cannot deny the factoid that Alex Jones has played a big role into conservatism in this decade, in the 2010s. I do recall talking about this on the first episode of the Crucifixion in the mainstream media, that alternative media would play a huge threat to mainstream media, and InfoWars happens to be one of those big threats onto mainstream media. You know, conservatism and right-wing politics isn't just about like old white men anymore. There has been a new wave of just young and vibrant people that have identified themselves as conservatives. Like, take for instance, these following people: Lauren Southern, Brittany Pettibone, Martin Sellner, Ashton Birdie, Candace Owens, Milo Yiannopoulos, Tommy Lahren, Paul Joseph Watson, Faith Goldie, Hunter Avalone, Steven Crowder, and Barb for You to See. Not to mention that there are also trans YouTubers and, you know, people that identify as trans that identify as conservatives as well. Like, take for instance, Blair White, Opinionated European, Ella Grant, Miss London, and my friend Angelique Castaneda. Now, yes, granted, there are some people who are conservatives on that list that, you know, I'm not big fans of. Hunter Avallone, I used to be a fan of, but not really anymore. I still watch him time and time when I get the chance. Paul Joseph Watson obviously is one of my favorites, but I mean, he's not one of the sharpest tools in the shed. Milo Yiannopoulos used to be big, but not anymore after that whole thing that really ruined him. Tomi Lahren, let's just say I don't like her that much. Especially on that video I made on her. Candace Owens, well, I don't support a person that endorses doxing. But regardless on how I feel on most of those people, they identify as conservative, are young people, and, you know, are part of a counterculture movement. Now, most of you would disagree otherwise, but you cannot deny the fact that people like Alex Jones have, you know, got a lot of young people to actually watch him and thus create somewhat of a counterculture movement. Yeah, I know some people like Brittany Pettibone and Martin Sellner tend to stray further of the right, but still, you can't change the fact that people like Alex Jones have made such a huge, you know, ripple effect onto conservative right-wing politics that have a lot of young people that are identifying themselves as conservatives. It's insane. But you know what's the juiciest bit of hypocrisy here in this whole situation? The factoid that Alex Jones has been deplatformed on all major social media sites, but yet a racist like Sarah Jong is still up there with a platform spouting all of her evil racist shit. But what do I know? It's none of my business. Now, I can understand some of the grievances that you have onto Alex Jones, especially the whole Sandy Hook debacle thing that went down those years ago. Let me ask you this, people. How would you feel if the same treatment was given to the likes of the Young Turks? As much as I really dislike the Young Turks, like Cenk Uygur, Anna Kasparian, and Jimmy Dore, if Jimmy is still with the Young Turks, please correct me if I'm wrong. I still don't think deplatforming them is not the great way to do things. They have the rights to still be criticized. Like, for instance, their name, the Young Turks, they're named after a Turkish nationalist movement that was responsible for the deaths of over 1.5 million Armenians. Cenk Uygur is a firm denier of that genocide. And Anna Kasparian, oh my god, Anna Kasparian. I find it so funny that Anna Kasparian is on the Young Turks because she's fucking Armenian herself. It's kind of like Anne Frank being part of a news platform called the Gestapo. It's like, you know, a Tutsi being part of a news platform called the Interhamwe. You get what I'm trying to say here? So yeah, like, as much as I dislike the Young Turks, do they deserve the same treatment as Alex Jones? Fuck no. They have the right to be on there. This isn't going to help anybody deplatforming people like Alex Jones or the Young Turks or anybody that we disagree with, especially when it comes to people of the right-wing conservative side and where they have been, you know, shadow banned and just blocked and just anything you could ever fucking imagine. They have been, you know, shadow banned so many countless goddamn times onto Twitter, being shut down on any other platform, to the point and where they have become so extremely bitter. It's just like, you know what? Let's fight fire with fire. Let's do what they're doing, which I find not very good at all whatsoever. This kind of mentality that is going on does not help out people. It's just basically lighting up more fuel to the fire. As much as people do have legitimate grievances over Alex Jones, you know, deplatforming him, making a martyr out of a meme, my god, my fucking god, you people. But yeah, I just hope things actually gets resolved very soon and very quickly and all this other stuff. And you know, that's all I could ever really hope for. Now, aside from all the bullshit aside when it comes to Alex Jones being deplatformed, I just want to, go off topic. And, since the final portion of this video, it's really good to be back making videos on this channel. Long hiatus. I was up in Rhode Island not too long ago for vacation with my family, as well as celebrating the wedding of my cousin. Very proud of her. And also, not to mention, I was in surgery not too long ago. If you must know, it was a surgery where I had a hernia operation, and I've been battling a hernia for quite some time this year, and it's just the scars to prove it right here, there, and over here. But I have been making a quick recovery, making great strides, and I am just so yeah, it's fun to, recover and do this other stuff, but I feel that I really need to get back to work once, my surgeon gives me the green light. But I've been getting a lot of love from all of my good friends and family and stuff, and it's just been one crazy wild ride for me. So I'm thankful that this hernia is done with, but I'm almost done with my recovery process, and at the meantime I will be making more videos with all this free time when I get the chance. It's mostly just going to be a lot of episodes of the death metal reviews, and maybe part 2 of 13 Reasons. Oh boy. So without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus the Death Metaler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. Keep it metal and have an excellent and blessed day.